good morning. I think it's still good morning. It might be a good afternoon, YouTube. And we're heading out again on the Z today, and we're headed down to the south coast to a place called Studland. There's an old World War II bunker there which I want to go and have a look at, and apparently it's where the Churchill and Eisenhower watched the practice D-Day landings down on the beach at Studland, because it's quite similar to the beaches in Normandy. So I thought, well, my eldest is at work and my youngest is out with his friends. I'll take the opportunity to pop out on the bike and do a bit of exploring. So we're just heading over the sort of, well, I guess it's the tail end of the South Downs, is it? That are on the sort of North Dorset border, and some fantastic scenery if the camera's picking that up. I'm going to watch as a car coming. But we're heading down towards Blandford and then Dorchester, and heading on down towards the coast, and then we'll see what we can see. So last week or so, I've had you can probably hear it in my voice, I've had quite a cold. It hasn't been the big C, COVID, and I'm just getting over the end of it, sort of tail end of it, so I'm still a bit croaky, but I think all the infectiousness is all cleared up, so, well, let's hope so anyway. So anyway, let's crack on, and we'll rejoin the action when we get a bit further down the road. Oh, we got a bug splat on the camera. Right, hopefully that's got that off. Can we see? Yeah, it looks a bit better. See, all the grass is turning. Getting some unseasonably warm weather at the moment for October. It's still about sort of 16-17 degrees today, especially when the sun comes out. It's really nice and warm, but I think we're going to pay for it next week. So, the storms are supposed to be coming in from tomorrow, Monday, and everything's going to be wet and miserable. So it's well, I took the opportunity to get out on the bike this afternoon. So I've got a packed lunch and a flask of tea, and we'll see what we can find when we get to the other end. I hope the bunker's been kind of preserved a bit, and they've made a, you know, a bit of I don't know, there's a plaque there or something to commemorate it. You know, it's still in living memory. And it was a huge undertaking, you know, for the Western Allies. Fantastic woodland. You can just see all the autumn colours starting to come through the leaves there. All the like gold and browns and everything. It's going to be losing all the leaves soon. So the camera's going to pick it up. We're just coming up to Corfe Castle. Up there, look. We're going to take a left down here and head down towards Studland. So we're just coming up, hopefully onto Studland over the next rise. We should get a good view of it anyway. Yeah, so there we go. So that's looking over towards Poole over there. See it? Put it there. Sun, and the sun's come out, so hurrah! Well, I hope the camera lens has stayed fairly clear because of bugs, because my visor is plastered. Google's whispering to me, telling me to turn right in a couple hundred yards. Well, after that little detour, it's parking here. And we've arrived at last. So we just arrived down at Studland, had a spot of lunch, and then we're going to take a walk up and see if we can find this bunker. I think I can see it sort of just behind us up on the cliff there, and yeah, and hopefully that will give us a nice view right out across the beaches and heading around towards Poole. Okay, so we'll catch up in a minute. So I'm just making my way now along the southwest coast path and heading out towards the bunker, Fort William I think it's called, and I'll find out when we get there, and hopefully that will give us some good views over towards Studland Bay, which is just behind me as we're walking along the path. So we'll catch up again when we get to the bunker. So yeah, this is actually inside Fort Henry, it's called, not William, and it was built by Canadian engineers in the Second World War, and that's the view it gives you out over Studland. So apparently Churchill and Eisenhower came down here to witness training for the Normandy beach landings, which haven't been to Normandy. You can see why, the terrain's very, very similar. Through here, looking out from the bunker across the bay, that's looking out towards Poole. So a bit of D-Day history almost on my doorstep, fantastic. I guess those bits that we just walked through there were similar to you find in some of the World War I trenches to arrest any blast, should they take a shell. Yeah, and built by the Canadians. Slimmer in them days. Yeah, brilliant bit of history. That's the walk through. So there we go. We've got another bunker just over there, which was a gun emplacement, and that's looking inland. So, just taking a walk back now along a little bit of the coastal path, just to wed back away from Fort Henry, which was, I've been meaning to come down to that for a little while actually, and it's, you know, a little bit of history right on the doorstep, and it's quite interesting reading the placards about how this area was used for development of the duplex drive tanks, which were the tanks with the big canvas screens to make them amphibious, and the training exercise and a few accidents that happened down here on the beach. Very quite sad, but interesting piece of history. Definitely worth a visit if you're down this way. It's a 5-minute walk from the car park, and you know, it just puts a bit of context on some of the freedoms that we enjoy, and yeah, definitely worth a visit. So just heading back to the bike, and we'll make our way home. Cheers. So that was that. We're heading away from Studland now, back the way we came, and I just realised I've left my wallet at home, because I was going to catch the ferry across from the end of Studland into Poole, but I got no money, so I hope I got enough petrol to get home.